So with the Clinton County IDA
Yes.
Approving the pilot program, where do things stand? Where do they move from here?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things that we need to wrap up from the city side of the piece, but after that, the development agreement kicks in. I was pleased to see the IDA state that for them to receive the pilot benefit, they would have to spend the total allotment that they had assumed that they were going to spend, the whole 23 or 26 million or so that they were planning on spending to receive that benefit, which is it's a little bit of a carrot and stick, if you will, but it does benefit the community, that amount of investment. At this point, after this process, the development agreement kicks in. They start to source their materials and go through the planning and zoning process, or the planning process, getting all their permits, and then they break ground. But again, I always have to say that the majority, the lion's share of the DRI went to other projects, marketing, storefront facade improvements. You can see that all on Bridge Street. Second floor apartment renovations, and so there's a downtown grant program that's still active. People are still developing their apartments and fixing up second floor apartments to improve housing downtown. Marketing, signage, the Strand, another $300,000, $700,000 or so went into the Strand for marketing, renovation, and programming, and that work is actively going on right now. So there's a lot of work that is still being done, and we have been in touch with our state partners regarding that work and making sure and ensuring that we're on board, everything's moving forward, things are going and progressing as was expected. But at the end of the day, again, we just learn from this lesson. How do we do better next time? How do we improve our zoning and planning to support development projects? How do we engage our community better? And this is what it all comes down to. It's not just one side, it's both sides of the coin.
And do opponents have any recourse? Is there any talk of any legal action to try to
Sure,
stop it?
there's been talk of legal action. There's been some submission of legal action, which we're addressing. At this point, I'm not going to really comment on it. Just one is I'm not a lawyer, so I can't really tell you like the depth of it. But we've responded to a number of requests for legal action, and so we'll work through that process.
You do expect it to move forward?
I expect at this point to move forward.
And any estimate on the groundbreaking?
I don't. Unfortunately, I don't know the estimate on when that may happen. It was projected to happen later in this year. Whether that's the case or not, we'll keep tracking, and we'll keep you updated.
And farmers market stay for the season where it is because things have been delayed, or does it move to the new spot on Green Street?
It does move to the new spot on Green Street. We just were looking to approve the contract this Thursday on the farmers market, in partnership with the farmers market. We've worked very closely with them to make sure that this transition works for them, and we'll continue to support that group.
And obviously the town keeps a close eye on this because developments like this do affect the region.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the town of Plattsburgh celebrated with our colleagues in the city when they got the DRI a number of years ago. I mean, it was a win not just for the city but the entire region. I would touch upon, there are many aspects to the DRI that folks should be really celebrating. I know there was some contentious stuff about the Durkee Street part of it, but there were so many wins within the program itself, from the Strand, a gem of the North Country, to the historical aspects and stuff like that. So really looking forward to how our region continue to move forward in partnerships. And in fact, what I would hope is that both the town and the city look for future opportunities to collaborate on grants ourselves between our two municipalities. So it's not just a downtown or an uptown thing, it's about finding ways to activate the region as a whole.